Welcome back to Catia V5. In this video, we are going to see the part assembly. For the initial, we are going to do the rocker assembly. This is what the 3D assembled part, and these are all the separate parts to be sketched and they have to be projected into 3D model. These are all the sketches. They are given with all the measurements. They also mention the part number, those quantities, and also the dimensions. Let me start part design. So as usual, you can select any one of the plane as your wish and give sketch. Okay. Now we are going to design a first part. You can choose any one of the part. You can start from any one of the part. I am starting from this part. This part, the rocker link. This is what the rocker link is. We have to roughly guess what are the shapes used in it, what are the dimensions are to be used. And selecting, double click the circle so that you will be getting a continuous circle. Roughly draw the sketch. Okay. Now we have to give the constraints. You have to see what are the dimensions are. The small circles on both sides are of diameter 10 and the outermost circle is of diameter 20, and the distance between these two circles is 15, and here is also 15. The total distance is 100. Okay. Now the same thing, I am going to give the dimensions for all. See, I have given all those dimensions, I have mentioned them. Now we have to define the distance between the two circles. Select, by pressing the control, you have to select the 2 points. We have to give the distance between them as 15. And the same has to be done here. At last, you can define the whole length. Now again select the outermost circle centers. Again give 100. Okay. If you want to have some symmetrical, select the y-axis, or else we can define the center from 50 from this circle and again next 50 from this circle if you want to be in the middle of the origin. Now nothing but we have to have the axis line for a better trimming. It should be trimmed. See, I am roughly drawing an axis line to the center. I am drawing axis line for all those 4 circles, 4 points of the circle. If you want, you can also do that, or else you can draw a line. Since this axis line is just in reference line, so it will not be coming into account while you are executing your workbench. Again I am selecting trim, that will trim, double tap it, trim the unwanted areas. Make sure that you have trimmed only the unwanted areas, not the wanted areas. Again select a line, double click the line, you will be getting a continuous line. For the length of 2.5, Clear? See, here the pad is of 2.5. They have also mentioned it. Okay. So now control plus yes, or you can go there for the file and save as. I am giving it as P01. Then again I am creating a new part. Again we have to do for the second part. See, I am again going to do for this link, another center link, driver link, that is a driver link. Again I am selecting the top view. If you want to select the front view, you can also do it for the front view, but I am opting for the top view. I am again selecting the drop diagrams, the circles. The same procedure what we have did for the part 1. The same circles of the same diameter 20, the outermost circles of 20 and the innermost circles of 10. You can also use elongated hole option for this. You can also use this elongated hole with the rectangle box. You can also use this for the perfect without all these dimensions and the axis line trimming at them. So if you don't want those unwanted things, you can do it by the elongated hole option also. But for simple, I am doing with this. The last step is to connect those things. That's it. And we have to define the distance. What will be the distance between this and the point? To define the distance, see, again here the distance is 20 and here it is 20 and the total it is of 90. You have to give it as 20. You have to give it as 20 and the total outer circle is of 90. Clear? We got it right. Now exit the workbench. The same we have to pad it for 2.5. Give OK and we'll be getting the same. Okay, we have created the part 2. Again I have created a new part file. The same thing we are going to create the part 3. See here, this one. So come okay, the same 2 circles. If you want to use elongated hole rather than these circles, you can also opt for that, no problem. But for simplicity, I am just selecting all those circles so that you can understand well about it. It's not a very complicated assembly, it's a very easy one. It contains only the basic constraints and all. It takes only few minutes to complete these design, the both part and assembly part. So same thing, I'm going to select it 20 and giving 20. Here it is of 10, the same thing, 20 and 10. Okay, the distance between these 2 circles is of, see, it is of 30. I'm giving the same thing. To give us that. Clear? This axis line isn't just a reference. You will be using this axis line for a reference or for even for creating an origin or a since when you don't draw or start drawing your uh, path from your origin. This will be helping you to define the part. Clear? Okay, so the last point is to draw the line. That's it. So I have finished with this. See, we are finished with this. The same pad is of 2.5 because these are all the links used to connect the rocker. So again, I am saving it as P03. P03. Clear? The same thing, I am going to create another new file, part file, and draw the other parts. Let us finish first all those small and minute parts, and then we can go for the huge one, like the rocker, the web plate. Then we can go to the web plate. I'm going to do this. What is this? Yes, this is of 10, and this is a pin, like a connecting pin. We are going to do this. All of diameter 10. We have to draw two pins. One is of 15 and other is of 10. I am drawing it from the origin. I am giving the constraint of 10. I am exiting the workbench. I am giving 5 mirror extend. Okay, so we have created one. Control plus yes. I am going to give P04. And same thing again, new, creating a part. Okay, yes, I am selecting the front plane, giving sketch, again selecting a circle, giving the diameter of 10, pad it, and how much it should be of the 10, and it should be of 15. So there's a 15. Okay, we are going to sketch the last part, this part. This is called the web plate. The thick is of 10 mm. 10 mm is the thickness of this. And okay, let me draw this. For doing all those things, can you see that line here? It's showing like a triangle. So before drawing that, let me draw one by helping of profile. Just draw a line, draw a triangle, right angle triangle, and make them as reference line, because we are going to project all those diagrams, all those parts from this reference triangle. Okay, remove that reference. Now draw a circle, and even here also. See, why I am drawing this circle is that we have to create this circle because they didn't give the distance between these two. So if they would have given that, we would have trimmed it for our convenience. For that reason, I am drawing the two circles that is of radius 15. The two circles of radius 15, and this circle, it has of, but it's not a circle, it's an arc. It's an arc. It has a radius of 10, and there is an arc here. It is of radius of 15. So before that, we have to define the circle's diameter, radius 15. So again, give radius of 15. We have to draw the one more circle, the innermost circle. See here, it is of diameter 10, and here is also diameter 10, and here are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and 7 small circles embedded into that web plate. Those are all 7 holes with diameter 5. To draw all those things on upon this reference line. So draw a circle here, draw a circle here. Give them a rough circle. Afterwards, we can give them those dimensions or not. Don't worry about the dimensions. And here should be another circle, and here should be another circle. Two, 3, 4, 5, and 6 circles. 7th circle we can do it before afterward giving all those dimensions. Double click the constraint box so that you will be getting a continuous constraint. All those circles, what and all I am constraining them, they all should be with the diameter of 5. Okay, this should be of diameter 10. This should be of sorry. Here I have all constrained them with a diameter of 5, and here it has the radius of 5, that is a diameter 10. Now I am zooming in. Okay. Now we have to do this. See here, the distance between these two circles, these two minute circles, that is are like holes, they have 26 distance, and from the top most there is of 30, and bottom the same 20, 26 and 30. 30, 26. I have to make all those distances. See, from here to here it is of 30, and from this circle select the centers of these two circles, these two minute circles, and again I'm giving a constraint. It is of 26, and here from here to here it's of 30, and here it's 26 and 20. We have drawn this. We have all made all those reference circles, and the innermost holes, and all 7 holes are being drawn and given those dimensions and distances. Now we have to draw this outermost profile. Click profile, draw a straight line, again join this, again click a profile. You will be getting a parallel line. Click it. Okay. Now the distance between the line we have drawn now and also the reference line should be of 7.5. We have to define that 7.5 distances in all the 3 sides of the triangle. can see here in this diagram, they have given a corner cut. It's a corner edge corner. By selecting the corner, select two lines. The radius, it should be of 10. Select this radius, it should be of 10. Now we have to define a circle. We have just drawn only 6 circles. We have to define the 7th circle. Before defining it, randomly draw a circle here. Randomly draw a circle here and define the diameter of 5. It should be 4 mm above from the bottom reference line and from the side reference line. So reduce the 7.5 to 4. We have got this. Okay. Now we have done with the outermost line and we have to do the trimmer pointing. Trimmer is here. Select the trimmer. Cut, trim the unwanted line. We have got the same dimensions here as we see in this diagram. We have got these dimensions. Now we have to draw the profile. It sketches this, the innermost triangle. The same thing. Before doing that, I'm going to hide some of the constraints since it is congested here. I have drawn a triangle here. We have to define the distance. Same thing, we have to define the distance between them. I have defined the distance between these two lines has to be 7.5 along with the parallelism, and also all the three sides I have defined it. Now select a circle along the center of the 7th circle. I'm drawing here. I have to get the distance has to be, what's the diameter of the circle? See, it is of radius 15. And all the edge fillet, here should be an edge fillet, it should be of radius R3. We have to give it this as 15. So diameter is of 15, so radius 15, so diameter 30. Diameter 30. We have to give the corner, so select the corner, select these two lines, again select a corner, select these two lines, give the radius as, give the radius as 3. Here also give the radius as 3. The same thing we are done with the outermost sketch. We have to do those trimming work. Double click it, trim the unwanted lines. You will be getting the same shape of that. See, we have got this, the exact shape of the web page, web plate here. So it should be of thick of 10 mm. And we are done with this. We am exiting the workbench. I am padding it for 5 with mirror extend. Okay. So I'm saving it and we are going to go for the assembly part. From the same page, go to the start, mechanical design, assembly design. You will be getting this workbench. Now we have to insert all those products. See, here is an existing component. Click this existing component along with this product. There will be a dialog box opening. By pressing the control, you can select P01. Where are those? Yes, select here. P05, P05, P04, P03, P02, P01. Okay, give open. You will be displayed with all those parts and we have to assemble by using all those constraint coincidence and contact offset. Only these three are going to be used here. Coincidence can be done for the cylindrical objects, cylindrical shapes and circle, cylindrical, everything. Okay, so now we have to fix a part. There should be a fixed part. Before that, we need to move them all by using the manipulator. This is what the manipulator is. So I'll be using this manipulator. Separate all those things. So separate them. Give OK. Select this part and here you can see here a fix, right? Fix component. Tell them as fix. This is what the update symbol. We have to update them. Now we are going to connect this line. We have to, before that we have to see where these lines are being. This is what the smallest link, this is what the biggest link. We are going to connect the biggest link first. So selecting the cylindrical coincidence because we have did it for the cylinder. There will be a dialog box to be opened here. This is what the assistant is. It will be showing whether you have clicked the correct one. I have made a coincidence, that is the coincidence constraint. Now I'm going to do the, I'm selecting the whole, I'm selecting this part and this part. I have to give the offset. So it is of 0. Give update. See, here it comes off 0. Can you see here? But it is of intersecting. What we have to do is that again we have to rotate it. We have to make the offset to be the value of 5 and update it. So if you don't want minus 5, update it, or you can give it as minus 7.5. See, you got the same thing. Okay, now we have to change by using the manipulator. Selecting this, Now we have to make another constraint. The same thing, the same coincidence, by selecting this line, and along with that by selecting this, I have made a coincidence here. See here, I made a coincidence here. You can see the coincidence line, right? Axis line, and then I have made a contact here. This is what the contact symbol is, surface contact 7, and this is what the small connecting link, and again along with this line. Can you see here? Along with this center, we have to connect these two connecting line. So zoom in, coincidence, the same coincidence, we have to give this connecting line to this connecting line. I have made a contact. I have made again a coincidence and also in contact here, and again I'm going to do, because this is what this engaged, right? I'm zoning it for the correct. See, you can see that coincidence line, the axis line has to be visible. Until then we have to zoom in for the clear coincidence line, and see, I have selected this, and again I'm using the pen for moving it. Here there will be a coincidence line because we need to coincide here. I'm selecting this, I'm coinciding. See, we have got the rocker as such. The rocker is, we have to move this shape. So for moving this shape, select manipulator, select the line, see, go OK. Go update. You will get an updated line here. See, the same as this. Again we have to fill it here, right? For filling it here, we have to see what are all the diameters used. See, 1 it represents 10 into 10, and 2 it represents 10 into 15. So 1 here, 2 here, we have used 2 2s, and here okay, which is the 10, right? Again we have to give the constraint, the same coincidence and the contact has to be given. I'm going to give an offset. I have just given the coincidence, the cylindrical coincidence, and now I'm going to give the offset here. Select it here, it should be of 0, and give update. See, the same thing as given here. Okay, now what we have to do is that we have to insert this here, the same coincidence, click it here, and you will be getting it here also. See, give coincidence, data has been attached here, no problem for you. You don't need to use any offset or anything else. For your confirmation, if you need something else like offset or anything, select this line, give offset. See, again select this, it's of the same, so it is not able to select it, we are not able to select it. So the same thing for replicating here, you can see the fast multi installation. So select this and select this, you will be getting the same thing as this. So Again, give a coincidence. You'll be getting a line here in the axis line. So before getting the axis line, I'm going to select the axis line from here. See here, I have given a coincidence, but it is not coincided. So I'm selecting the offset. Select the face properly. So it is of 0. So it is of 0. We have selected a wrong face. See, I'm going to give the offset one. I'm selecting the topmost of the circle and giving this. It should be of 0. And give update. Without giving the update, you won't be getting the desired position, because this is what the update the work is. And again, select this plane, give multiplication, you will be getting the same thing. See, you got it here, right? So tilt it here, and again the same procedure. Select this axis line for the coincidence, and again here there will be axis line. You have to select that axis line also for getting a coincidence. See, I selected this. We have to do an offset because it is of the back side. It is in the back side. Okay, the same thing. I am selecting offset. If you don't get the diagram, you can select the axis also. If you don't get the diagram, select any one of the axes and give it as to be 0 and give update. You will be getting it on the top of it. You will be getting it this on the top. If you feel any one of the axes has been like it making you a bit difficulty, click that axis and give here. See, hide and show. Just click that hide and show. Again, I'm giving offset. Again to this. Delete. I'm giving offset here. See, I'm selecting the outermost of this circle. You have to give 0. You have to give 0. That is, guys, that is all with this rocker assembly. The same rocker assembly we have got it here. See, the same rocker assembly with all those the same measurements and everything. And for many more interesting videos, including the assembly parts of many other engines or IC engines and everything else, just subscribe our